Hello. This is the first time I will record it this way, so if it's terrible, I wouldn't be surprised. So, gonna try to not be as nervous I am right now and roll into it. First thing I want to say is Sixers won yesterday, first time they beat OKC, so no one cares. I do. That was a bit of fun. Ha ha, right? Jesus Christ. So, a couple of things I actually wanted to talk about today. Like I said earlier, team of the week. We might. So I wanted to actually start off with apparently we're getting another promo. Jesus fucking Christ. How that's going to really influence the market. What can that really do for us? I mean, you're kind of seeing a bit of panic already, and I'm not surprised. You're seeing the man of the match cards go down a bit for no reason. I kind of mentioned this morning that you'll see stuff kind of fall down for no reason. So I'm kind of like looking at like RTF cards that have fallen down that really shouldn't be. That might go like Griezmann is back down to 1.5. Players like I'm looking at like who are guaranteed to basically go through. I mean, Suarez is 1.5. I'm not really too accustomed to his price, to be fair. So I don't know if he's gone down at all. But like, they have a good chance to go through. Aguero, where is he? 1.8. He's. I mean, he's gone down a tiny bit. But let's see players like Sterling. I'm still, I'm still coming down from my cold. So please don't. Judge me too much. My voice is a bit unclear. What's one I know? Kimpembe. Where's Sanchez right now? The Spurs one, 416. He was come up. Remember, we were buying him at 350, so that's always a nice little buy there. Where's Kimpembe? He is up to 390. Beautiful. Bought him at 320. I probably should sell that soon. Those kind of cards, and I know a lot of people bought in earlier when I kind of did. I should really be selling them. When's the next Champions League? I'm assuming it's not this weekend, is it? It can't be. It might actually be this week. Championes, ole. Tuesday the 5th. It's not this week then, is it? Probably is. Oh yeah, because it's like fucking Friday today. Yeah, so it is this week. I'll probably sell this weekend because we saw the latest I'd probably go to is Monday morning. Because like we saw last time, there's gonna be panic, and I will definitely jump in again on some of these cards. If I feel fucking ballsy as shit, I might go into like Douglas Costa's. See if fucking what's his name? Ronaldo does something. Bayern players, Liverpool players. Liverpool players, I assume, might have gone down a bit because they drew their first leg. Where's Liverpool players actually? Who do I like? Fabinho, Van Dijk. What's Fabinho at? 440. Yeah, he's come down, and he'll probably go to like 400 before the game starts. I might be fucking tempted. Where's Van Dijk, the prodigal son? Apparently, he's about 700. Where's he gone? Yeah, he's gone up a bit. We'll see where it goes. Where he goes to. By that time. So yeah, those are RTF cards. And just on that kind of point, there'll be other things like Bernardo Silva's kind of gone down. The man of the match cards. I don't know if I actually like him for 60k. Just because these man of the match cards, he's fucking useless card. And he's 87. Yeah, he's under 60. Like if I was gonna go into him, he's got to be like genuinely like some shit gold price for him. To be honest, I know he's like lower supply, but they're not. He's pretty fucking useless. 60k. I don't know if I want it for 60k. That's a question to be asked later. Team of the week. That'll be interesting to look at. Or not interesting at all, to be fair. Javi Martinez is still under 44, and I kind of like him. Izo is under 25. I kind of like him. Italian centre backs are so good this year because you've got any high rated SBC. You've got Chiellini, you've got Barzagli, you've got them two that people use a lot. So he kind of works well into that kind of with those two guys. If there is any inform requirements, Tarkowski, his 83 is down the shitter, so you can get one. Try to get one for under 35, and I wouldn't overpay for him because I don't really like English informs this year. I think, other than Player of the Month, when you get another English Player of the Month, I can't think of like maybe Sterling, maybe Rashford, but the chances, I think the chances are we are getting more foreign people, so an English requirement might not really be there. Simon Costello, I like under 35k. Spanish is the nation to go for this year. Subasic, under 30k, is not really interesting. He's a keeper, will be very fodder. We might get a promo this week. I don't know how usable it will be. Milik, closer to really 20k, really. That's what I'd like him to be. Delafeu, it's too expensive now. Maybe under 25, I'd kind of like him. And then anything under, so like Vermeer, if you can get him for under 14, like 13 and 12 really is what you want to be going for. But I don't think these, if we get promo of some sort of like, and they'll ask inform requirements, these guys don't really dip anymore. But if, and I wouldn't really go, no, I'm not getting Griffith for 16k. I mean, he might go to 20, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Left mid as well. I'm not taking that. Italian, no. But if we get a load of packs like we're supposed to be getting, then most likely these guys go down to 13k, and that's when I'd probably stick one into the club. I'm not gonna go for these not under 81s anyway. I don't really think it's worth it. I think Monchi maybe. But it's such a long hold. I don't think it's anything worth it. Pigott and Medched as well. No, I'm not fussed. So that's kind of like my thoughts. Team week. Saha, another left wing. I'm not fussed with him. He's not really usable as another left wing in the Prem. 30k for him. No, thank you. If he goes close to 25, I might. And he was 25 yesterday as well, and he's sharp. But I didn't buy one, of course, because I was lazy. Mandy, if he goes down to 15k, I'd be happy. Antonio, under 20. Verratti is one of those guys who seem to always get these fodder cards and not really go anywhere. I'm not excited by him by any means. I mean, what's the cheapest 87? That's a question to ask. What is the cheapest 87? Because really, if he's the cheapest by a mile, then I'd probably get one. Just shove it in the club and hope for the best and hope for these icon requirements. But Italians, like, there's a few League One guys that you can kind of put them. No, he's not. He's not. Basically, is the answer to that question. Not by a mile. I mean, Bruno Fernandes is. But that left wing, I still don't like it. I know Brad said he liked it, but I know there's a lot of fodder sort of Portuguese league this year in forms, so he might rise through that. But I'm not overly excited by it, because we haven't really got anything in the past. In the past week, I want to look at the PZ's 37. That's nice. Probably sell that. Laporte 65. Bellarabi's still 60. Zeko's 55. Nothing really. I mean, these guys have come up nicely. 20k. But no, I don't really want to look at that one. What do I want to look at? Week 23. Alvaro's 28. be something to look at. Because we haven't got anything. I mean, Porto is 25 now. I'd be tempted at Porto. So if you go to Team of the Week 23, Porto, it's late in the game, I might be tempted. Marcel's 20. Marquinhos 20. Alvaro under 28 is quite nice. Demarabi 30k is nice as well. I assume his other inform is just like shot to shit. Yeah, it is. That's like a normal price for an 85. It's not horrible. Crescito 30k. He still hasn't really risen. Like, you know, I didn't see him close to 25. I saw him like maybe 27. At 30k, it's a risk. Sorry about that. At 30k, it's a risk, and I could be tempted into that one. So 23, Team 23 and Team 24, I'd be looking at in those kind of players. Goals, and I think this is the way forward in general in terms of trading, because these guys are the most volatile. These guys are the easiest coins. So these guys is who I really want to be looking at. I mean, 83s have come up a tad from last night. I assume people are just buying because they go, oh, promo 83 is always being used. So just dumbly looking at these guys. I'll not look at the specific ones. I've kind of said last night, those are kind of ones that don't get bought as quickly. I think what people do is they kind of just go, oh, Horn is the cheapest, let's just mass buy him at 900 coins and then sell at 500. You know, top 100 trading, that is. I kind of like look at the more specific examples because they normally have bigger rooms to rise. People actually use them for SBCs rather than just artificially inflating them because we might have a promo and stuff like that. I don't really see it as a point. And they have more value if we don't get a promo. So if we don't get a promo, these guys who are now like 1.1k, they just go to discard. Like Viviano, all these goalkeepers just go to plain discard. But if we, you know, the guys that I kind of recommend, they kind of stay around that price sometimes. They might dip a tiny bit under, but normally they have some value. So that's why I kind of like recommend those kind of guys. 82s as well, they're discard. 84s are 3k. I mean, it's not as impressively low as the 83s, and this is why I kind of said this morning, if you want, you can get rid of these 84s and see what actually happens. They might... 84s are just a tiny bit up from what I'd like them to be. Maybe like just a K difference. So some guys like Di Maria, who, for instance, is... Di Maria is someone I really like. Di Maria, 84. He's like 5k. I'd like him to be 4. That's where I feel safe. I feel more safe for him to be 4 rather than 5. Socrates, another one. Where is he? 4.6, that's good. I mean, again, I like him more at 4. He kind of fluctuates between 4 and 6 when we need things. So I'd be more safer with, 4 rather than 4.6. So it's one of those things. Those are kind of like the valuation of my 84s are a bit under. A bit over what I want them to be. So if you get loads of packs, not really a good promo, nobody really cares, kind of, 84 is kind of, there's a bit more panic on the market and they can go down a bit more. So that's what I kind of like. It's kind of up to you. You can kind of, I put the list last night. If you did buy, up to you. I'd probably keep the 83s because I think they're good value still. 84s, you can kind of, if you really want to, you can jump out and then buy back in. I'd personally just buy back because there's no guarantee that we get packs today. There's no guarantee that there's that we get all these, like, this massive promo today. It could be for birthday, so it's completely up to you what you want to do. It's just more the cautious side. But I'm saying these 84s are just a tiny bit over my preferred valuation, and that's really it. they're not going to go discard or anything. I'm just saying they could go like under a K of what you bought, but they'll bounce right up when we get an SBC and FUT birthday. So it's not really the biggest deal in the world. 85s, the ones that I kind of put up, I really like the prices of. So if they dip even a tiny bit, I'd probably just buy more. But like the lowest 85s are quite expensive. So the cheapest one right now is 9K for a Falcao. No, thank you. Absolutely none of that. I mean, Falcao, I'd rather rate 7K. I'm not touching that otherwise. 9K is a bit too much for a fodder 85. But the other guys, I can't see Fekir anymore. I mean, Lacazette is still 9K. I'm happy with that. Witsel, he's one of those punt guys. Benzema, 9.5. I mean, Fekir, I kind of said from 85 yesterday. I wonder where the fuck he is right now. He was on 10K yesterday. You could easily go under 10K yesterday, and he was a nice buy. He's 11K now. Alisson, 11K. I still like him. 85 worth. I think he's really good as an 85 fodder. Used a lot, and he has some playable value, and he's out of packs now as the 85 version. His 87 version is just as good. I'll go back to that soon when I talk about that one. Marco Asensio is 12K. Marquinhos is 12K, that's nice. Frank Ribery is a bit too expensive. Koke, a bit too expensive. So, a bit too expensive. Son is at 13K, that's nice. Carvajal, 13. I think I think that's way too cheap for Carvajal. Like, if you see how expensive his 84 is comparable to other 84s, 13K for him is way too expensive. Way too cheap, personally anyway. I mean, he should be around the Kimmich range, which is about 15. At really his lowest. So if he goes to like under 13, I'd like to stock up on him the 85. I think that would be nice. Which kind of like leaves his 84 a bit redundant, which is a bit of a shame. I did like his 84. I mean, you still have Sergio Roberto, so it's not horrible. Where did I get rid of the screen? I just kind of went to check 85s because I was interested in where Fekir went. 86 is what I remember. So 86 is, I mean, Chesney's 18K. I don't know if I like Chesney that much. I mean, it does have links to Barzagli, so it could be okay, but maybe 17K more to kind of just to feel better a bit. Muller's 19. I'm not really getting into Muller at 19. Matic 19. Ozil for 18 is decent. Ozil really is the only 86 though. I don't really like 86s. Yeah, I think they're full of shit. Alisson was 23K yesterday. He's close to 25K. That's nice. Immobile and Icardi, my two favourite 87s, are 25K. I could probably be happy with that valuation. Thiago got an upgrade. He's now an 87. I assume he's got an 86 card somewhere. I don't know how much it is, but that could be interesting. For, what is he? 26 or 28? God, these numbers are fucking weird. I think 26. So that could be interesting. No. I mean, Alisson, Immobile, Icardi. If you really want to get into them, if you think we're going to get these big icon SBCs even worth a damn, it could be interesting. And the rest is like 88, like you can get for under 35. That's not bad at all. And 89s as well, so Keely is quite cheap, like I talked about earlier. Barzagli, where's Barzagli? Let's look at Barzagli because I'm interested now because I picked up whoever I picked up earlier. I wonder where UCL cards are. 84, yeah, he's about 6K. That's around decent valuation for him. I'd rather like 5K. But anyway, like I said, like these 84s are a K between differences. So that's just looking at the market. Is there anything else that I thought was quite interesting? I mean, UCL cards I'd probably get out of. I mean, we got quite lucky because we didn't get a second thing, but I reckon we get another round coming in. and I could talk about that next week. Getting into them, I should probably talk about them now and what I actually do, because it's a lot better than UCL cards. All I really do is I kind of just look at 89s and below fodder wise, go down to 83. I literally just go by rating, and I just kind of like go down and I see, well, David Silva's 95k. I could be, I'm not buying into that now, no way. Edson Cavani's 93, but these kind of guys dip hard. So where does Cavani usually go to? And I forgot, where did I put my prices of where I bought these guys before? Cavani last time I bought was 81, and he's 93. That's nice. 95. I can probably sell for 95. So I just kind of go down this list, like James Rodriguez 89, 82k, and that's what I just kind of do. And I just buy one and I put them in the club, and I kind of wait till the next round, and if any SBCs come out, like icons and stuff like that, and I think they're vitally important, because the higher these kind of cards get, people start using the UCL cards and whatnot, and especially if we get a massive supply of them, they do tank a lot. I mean, Gigi Buffon is 85k. I bought him for 60. That's fucking hilarious. He's shot up massively. Oh, he's at 90 as well. Jesus Christ. Okay. So it's one of those guys. Like, it's just a matter of patience. Pick one up, hold, don't care about it. Like last time, I spent about 2 million on these guys, and I made a lot back. I only held for a week because I didn't really want to risk having another pack, and I was making a lot from them anyway. So if I'd held longer, if I held into, and if I took the risk of, okay, there's not going to be any UCL packs, I would have made a lot more. I don't really mind. It was the risk I took, and I didn't take it, so it's all good. Alison's all shit. Alison's 48k. Okay. So that's what I kind of do, is I just go to like the list, this top guys, and I kind of like look. Okay. I kind of like look at graphs as well to check. Well, okay, if I see someone like, Manchester's 53, bought for 35. Douglas Costa's 107. I sniped one for 99. He hasn't really moved, to be fair. Matic. So yeah. So if I look at like Chesney or something, and I go, okay, that might be actually a cheap card. Are you going for 31? You have to be a bit frugal with these guys, because he was initially, I think, an 85. So his valuation would have been a lot lower to what it actually was before. His hype took him up to about 36. He's now about 34. So it's one of those things where, do I take the punt on him, see where he goes? If he goes under like 25, I might take it, and I might if he goes under 25, I'm definitely buying that. But like most of these cards, if they are at gold prices, so I'm talking about 83s, they're going to be around about the 2-3k mark. 84s around about the 4 to 6k mark, depending on who you want to buy. Because you have to remember that these UCL cards, they're in good teams already because they're in the Champions League. They're probably going to be very good nations, so they're not going to fall to fodder sort of gold prices, unless like the Falcaos and stuff like that, who are already fodder gold cards. Most of the time, these UCL cards will be a bit overvaluation on what you actually think is fodder. So add like 1 or 2k off what like a fodder gold price is. So 84s 43, 85s 10 to about 14, I'd kind of say, and I'd be happy depending on who I want to get. Like Carvalho might be an instance. I might want to get Carvalho. 86s about 20k, 20 to 22k. 87s about 25 to about 28 to 30k. 88s about 35 to 40. And those kind of the prices that I'm not going to think about. I'd probably just buy. The rest of them I'd kind of like go, okay, well, I have to think about this. Like Carvalho, for instance. No, Carvalho's a bad one because he just got an upgrade. Roberto. Sergio Roberto. So an 85, obviously very sought out 84 version. He's 31k. That's obviously not fodder 85 prices. So I'd kind of like look at his price range and go, okay, well he dipped under 20. 30k is a good price for him. It's probably selling price more than anything. And I'd go, okay, well, if he only goes down to 25, do I then take the risk? Do I then just go, okay, 25 is probably the cheapest I can get him for. Do I risk it because I think he can only go up to about 30, 35k? Might not be worth it. See if I can snipe anything. If I can't, I'll just move on to the next guy. So that's the kind of process that I go to, and this is already long. I don't know how long you want to listen to this. I think that's enough of the market. I actually wanted to talk about how I personally trade, because I thought that would be interesting to talk about, in the sense that I'm sorry, this is quite. I don't know how interesting this is. It's just easy for me. I enjoy talking rather than typing because I'm a lazy typer. So what I want to talk about is how I trade personally and how you should really be thinking about your budget and going forward. So I'm a very casual. I'd say I'm a very casual trader, in the sense that I don't have all time in the day to be sitting around the market and kind of looking at price fluctuations all day, every day. So I take that in when I'm looking to buy stuff, and the way I kind of personally trade is I like to utilize my club a lot, and I try to pack my club full of value and full of assets. So when I need something and I want to, and I can hold it for as long as I want. And what I do is when I look at something, I look at a good opportunity to buy something, I kind of go, okay, well, I've got all these assets in my club. They're all up about 10 or so K because I bought them 3 or 4 weeks ago. I can now sell them because I want something else to buy and I need coins. I can sell them now, or I can go, okay, well, I think this is not a great price to buy. So, like, let's open my club. See what I have. I've got a lot of man of the match cards that I buy at discard mainly. A lot of team of the weeks that I buy at discard. A lot of the one to watches I bought at discard earlier, and those didn't really pan out, but I'm happy to hold them. I'm not really too fast. I don't really have that many. But I bought some good ones like Fabregas at 30, like Kagawa at about 22, Naldo at 30, and I think it'll be interesting. Let's go check these one to watch because I think it'll be. Kagawa's 17 fucking K. Are you mad? Never mind. They're not good prices. Jesus Christ. I'd be tempted to buy them. Shit, they're actually fucking fodder. Fucking hilarious. Fabregas does play. So 25k for an 86 live card is stupid. Same with Kagawa, 17k for a live card. Like, you are absolutely having a fucking laugh. Tempted to buy one more and just keep in the club. No, I already have them, but it's a bit annoying. So yeah, that's one to watches. They're full of shit. They've gone down the pot. Better not stop talking about one to watches before I start going on a rant. So that's the point. Is I like to fill my club up with assets, and I have loads of things that I can sell whenever I really want to sell them, when I'm comfortable selling. I have a lot of spare coins all the time because I just like I like jumping on into different things. Just restocking my club whenever possible. Let's relist all this shit. Restocking my club whenever possible. I have a lot of golds. I've sold most of my golds that I have. Just because I haven't actually, because they were up. I need to restock that again. Where's this Carval? Shit, he is not 180k. Are you dumb? 160, 155. Fucking hell. See, you leave your club for a bit. I bought this Carvajal at what? 86. His lowest that I've seen is 155. Easy. Pablo Savara, the UCL, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 80. So that's like what? 70k, 68k. How much did I buy it for? 35. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. CH. 200, 159, 60. That's more right price. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 57. Why is there only a page? Why is there only one page of him? Why is there only one page of Pablo Escobar? Interesting. Bought my Zic is 30k. He's about 60. Where's this Barkley going to? Interested. I bought him for 15. 19, 19, 19, 20, 20. So probably about, like, he hasn't really moved. Really. Naldo at 30. Gnabry, where have you gone? Because I held you on because you didn't really get an upgrade, did you? 85, 85, 85. 80. 77. 79. Yeah, probably around about that. 75. I wouldn't be surprised. Bought him for 60. Held on to him. He's a good card. I like him. Lowest I've seen is 77. Like, I can sell for 77 for a good amount of profit, and that's the way I trade. I just kind of fill my club. I need to refill my club with golds as well. It's easy stuff to do. A lot of informs I have. Where have you gone? Aubameyang. So it's just, that's the way I like to trade personally, because it fits my time schedule as well and what I kind of want to do with trading, and it kind of fits my budget too. So I can put about like 3, 5, 6 million club worth in my club, and I still have left over to go in big if I really need to go in big. Like these RTF cards that while I was away, I don't know if anyone was aware, but I with all the risks that I took, all the money that I made before with headliners, I was happy to take the risks on buying a few Fakirs for 160, buying Sanchez for 200, and just seeing them for the match, and nothing fucking happened, 0-0 draws all over the place. So that's the kind of way I like to trade. I like to fill up my club a lot of the times and restock completely, put UCL cards, put anything, all these live cards, and just hold them, and just because you have assets available. Most of the time no need to sell, so it's most of the time I can just go, okay, well, I need about 200k or 300k. What do I have in my club? Okay, well, I have Kovac, I have Aubameyang, I have all these cards. I can just go, okay, well, I'm making loads of money on them. I could sell them now. Otherwise, I'm not selling for the sake of selling. I have no need, because like, I can understand where this market is going, and I understand that on the most part it is fairly stable. I mean, it's down a lot. It's about 85, but normally it's between 90 to 100 on the index, and I think that's a very powerful tool to understand where this market is. I mean, you can kind of tell, the market during when we had our amazing base icons, it went up to 110. That's way too high. Where the market was, it's kind of like crept down to about 85, 87, and it's kind of went up to the 90 mark. And yeah, that's where you want it to really be. So I'm not too fussed about not selling stuff or being scared of not selling stuff. And that's where I think that is where I will end it. I think that, and if you have, and honestly, I stay up on every Thursday, just sitting in the thing if anybody wants to ask some questions, and I think I'll leave it for that, and I'll record my little take, my little podcast here, just going through the market, anything that I kind of want to talk about, anything interesting that I want to talk about, happy to talk about it. Otherwise, you can ask me any personal questions in the Discord, or every Thursday evening I'll sit around in a voice channel, and you're more than happy to, you could ask some questions then. Easier on me because I'm lazy, and we'll do it that way. So hopefully this isn't too long. I'll learn to get better at this. Hopefully get a better mic if it's too loud, if it's too thin. See how it goes, if you do enjoy it, if you do find it useful, and hopefully I'm not too nervous again next week when I'm trying to do this again. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye.